Welcome back to Star Trek Online, everybody. I am your host, the Housecoat Gamer, and today we are taking a look at the Mirror Somerville. As long as I can get the right skin. I just got the ship, so yeah, that's why I'm doing this review 20 days late. So we're going to start off with a look at the thing. Look at this boat. Yeah, red nacelles. Red nacelle tips are always the best. Whoever thought orange was a good idea needs to be smacked repeatedly. Anyway, I have to say I kind of like the Mirror Somerville. Now, I'm not a fan of the gaps in the main engineering hull, but honestly, it could be worse. It could be the Crossfield. Or the original Hernandez. I mean, whose bright idea was this? Hello. Whose bright idea was this? Gee, I wonder why. I'm not sure who needs to be smacked for this, but they need to be smacked for this because the satanic Delta thing really needs to stop. You don't need a bunch of Delta arrows painted all over the place to say, "Hi, this is Star Trek." Idiots. Not cryptic. CBS. At least the modernized version has somewhat of an excuse with 25th century engineering design. The 23rd century has no excuses, especially the early 23rd century when the ship was supposedly designed. If you take the registry code thing actually seriously, which you kind of have to. After all, if a design doesn't match up with its commissioning date, which most STD designs don't. Alright, let's take a look at this thing, stat-wise. It's not looking good. Now I realize this is a science ship, and far more tactically focused than its Prime Universe counterpart, the normal Somerville science ship. An intel vessel. Not entirely sure what this thing is. Now I say that for a reason. I'm not sure if it has command specialization or is just a fancy science ship. After all, I just got the boat. But it's not looking very good. I mean, yes, it is better than the standard Somerville you get from the C-store. But how does it compare to its fleet counterpart? I venture not particularly well. Yeah. Say what you will about the Terrans, at the very least, they have a far better idea of how the galaxy works. That being, violence is unfortunately a necessity. That said, I would really classify this thing as a frigate, or a light destroyer, considering its size. Yeah, it's a science ship. A science ship that tries to go, "Hey, you've drained my shields, and now I zap you." Especially considering the ionic deflector inversion. very electrical biased. And the starship trait, it's almost disappointing. I mean, yes, stats-wise, the ship is better, tactically speaking, but I kind of wish STO dropped the whole it must follow the standard RPG layout, because literally that's what it does. And just went with a similar standard to World of Warships or something. All are useful, all have a massive amount of firepower, you just have to be more careful with how you apply it. But instead we have a red mage here. I get it, those are useful, but not my type. As for its bridge officer layout, with the grand exception of, as usual, the commander science, everything else is universal. Scout ships. Why do they have to be just science-biased birds of prey? It's disappointing and annoying. Still, I don't have a problem with the design of the ship, just its stats. It's like they tried making an Oberth with the canoe. And while the Eagle certainly gets closer to the general design, I can't deny the resemblance. It's just sad that this thing is never going to see much use, for me at least. I'm pretty sure other science players will find a way to turn this thing into an electrical monstrosity of death, but sadly I am not going to be joining their ranks, because I am very much a person that shoots things instead of a person that does space magic. So I hate to disappoint all of you. Housecoat Gaming, signing off.